Hey everyone, Nuno here. Welcome to today's video where we're going to start a new series and a new city, by the way. So this is a building city series where we're going to be building Volens, and we're going to be building it on the Port map that came with the latest DLC, Airports DLC for City Skylines. Even before we start, there's going to be a couple of mods, of course. Among them is realistic population, which is going to be a tough challenge early on until you reach the milestone for the high density, which, by the way, I think it is, and we can check it here. Sorry, not here. We can check it. I think it's the 8,000 inhabitants. The big town. Is it high density? Yeah. So when you reach 8,000 inhabitants, that's when you have the possibility to unlock it, and after that I think it's a bit easier or a little bit faster to reach the other milestones, unless you want to dedicate each episode to a couple of things, which is something I have in mind. So the first couple of episodes in the series we're going to try to speed run it until we unlock the area. Now the map itself is quite interesting. There's a sea over there where you have all the connections to the sea. We don't have access to it yet. We have this area in here, which is our starting lot. Not bad. We have all resources needed. We have farm, ore, we do have oil over here, we have ore in here, forestry, so that's okay for industries if we want to build that here. I'm okay with using the resources that were already given into the map, but we also have this tool, which is the ground resources, where we can add resources if we need to build the areas. Other than that, resources we're going to be mods and assets we're going to use. Not many assets, only a couple of road assets that I got with Vanilla++ and a couple more things like that. Overall, that's going to be it for the early beginning. Eventually, of course, we're going to be adding a couple of assets for maybe, you know, some skyscrapers and stuff like that when we want to build a downtown. Either way, let me just jump into here and build the basic structure. You guys are going to see it by the speed run, and I'll talk with you guys when I finish it. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright guys, so we are back, and this is kind of like a very basic layout. I just spent all the money I had. This is an avenue roundabout. Did a little bit of design through here on this avenue to connect to the highway, just use a little bit the intersection marking tools. It looks good, it's not bad. I have not connected these roads. I don't think I want to have that connection too close, but that also may be a problem to this section in here, which I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Also because I did disable the construction through this section by using the zoning adjuster mode. So I just removed zoning from some of these roads to make it everything a little bit simple. A little bit of industry around here, a little bit of commercial buildings through here, more commercial buildings to here, everything else residential. In fact, let me also do this one in here, residential, because we can have that. I think it has coverage, to the exception of that little bit of that there, but I think it should be fine. Either way, that's kind of it. The lot or the land is not flat, but it's good enough. We have water with the water tower, power with the coal power plant, sewage we're taking care with the inland water treatment plant, and we have a little bit of power lines in here so that we can connect through electricity to the water tower, and at the same time also to the residential, which I hope will start by being built around here. Otherwise we're gonna have a little bit of problems. Either way, let's just speed up things and see what happens. Here we go, Little Hamlet, first milestone achieved. I did forget a thing or two about building this city, and probably I just screwed up a couple of things because of that. Either way, we have taxes, loans, garbage, healthcare, and education, new things to add. One of the things I forgot was, of course, to lower down the budget, which I didn't do, so I lost money, and I lost a lot of money, to be honest. But now, before we do anything, I definitely want to connect these two here. Main reason has to do with the fact that I think we're gonna need another connection through here. I think it would be a lot easier if that happened that exactly way. Not entirely sure if I'm going to add anything through here, to be honest. If I want these cars to turn around, they have to go all the way to the highway, and I don't know how they can turn around, to be honest. If they go this way, they go that way, and then they don't have a turnaround. If they go this way, they go up there. So there's no easy way to do a turnaround around here. Maybe I should have started with a roundabout so they could turn around through here. Maybe that's something to think about later on in the future. But either way, I decided to do a connection through here. We're definitely going to use a stop around here, so I kind of want to give priority through these parts. And these ones in here, they can stop, and that's fine for me. Looking at what we're going to need next to do is definitely we're going to need to build a dirt road around somewhere around here. I'm thinking about somewhere through here probably, and we're gonna place a landfill, and in here you'll have enough access to basically get to all the entire city and take care of the garbage. I'm not sure if we have enough money to build. Well, we have enough money for an elementary school, which is okay. Should we have a clinic first? Health average is okay also. We won't have enough money for both unless we take a loan, and I think we're gonna do that. We're gonna take a loan. We have 20k or 20,000 more, and we will be able to build the clinic and the school. Why I want to build them? Mostly because if I build them around here in our location, one of the good things that's going to happen is going to increase the level of these citizens, and therefore I'll be making more money with the taxes that I get from them. Either way, we're gonna lose a couple of houses, so I'm really sorry for that if it happens. So let's just go like this. First of all, let's build elementary school, of course. It's going to destroy, like I said, it's going to destroy a couple of houses, but that's fine. I'm fine with that, and I'm gonna build it through here. Okay, so a clinic and a school. Later on we can add a couple more things or more places through there. We still have a little bit of budget, so, and we're gonna need to bring in more people, so let's just build a couple more roads through here and let's see what happens next. Alright guys, Worthy Village. Finally we reached the second milestone, which would be one of the milestones I would like to achieve on the first episode, which we did. This allows us to buy a new plot of land. We can get a second loan, which I don't think is going to be needed since we are already on the green. It also allows us to have self-sufficient buildings. That's good. Importantly, districts, which is something I want to start adding. Emergency services and well, basically firehouse, police station and all that. And of course we have a couple more policies like water usage, power usage and smoke detector distribution, which we're not going to use at the moment. And oh yeah, we also have organic and local produce. This is from the Green Cities DLC, if I am not mistaken. Really cool situation right now. We have a big area. So first of all, let's start with adding districts. Really cool stuff happening right now. We have a lot of demand for residential. I think we definitely need to start placing, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to keep expanding our area of interest. We do need a lot more residential. Next milestone is 15,000. I think that's the milestone we're going to finish the episode. So we're going to try to reach that milestone so that on the second episode we can use parks, industrial areas and landscaping to make things slightly prettier. So let's build this. And I had to place, while I was building this, I had to place like a firehouse because everything was on fire. I forgot to place these first important buildings. Luckily, I was able to place this firehouse in this area. I'm not entirely sure if... I'm a bit afraid of pollution through these houses. Some of them are gonna get a little bit of pollution. I know this is something that's gonna happen. They're not gonna be very happy. It's probably gonna be tough for these houses to grow up on level, but I'm okay with that. I'm fine. There's a couple of buildings in here that has a lot of workers, so there's not much demand when it comes for residential, when it comes for industrial areas. It also means that we do have a lot of demand for residential, and that's what we're going to be doing. Let's place a couple of residential houses, but before that, I think it's time for us to look into what we want to build in here, in this area. And I honestly think, first of all, let's just unlock some of these buildings in here, some of these walkings, or some of these constructions through here. I'm okay. You know what? I'm okay with a couple of that. You know what? I'm okay with this. I kind of am okay with this. You know what? Yeah, that's fine with me. I don't think I want to move much of that. We're gonna just need to be careful while placing some of our residential zoning. Alright, so let's continue to place some of our residential zoning. Let's place these ones in here. Through here, I think I want to place residential zoning up here. The same thing is going to happen to all of these guys. I want to place them through here. I'm going to leave these in here for the blue zone, so we're going to have a couple of commercial buildings through there eventually. I think we can also place a couple of more residential through here. On the other hand, here it's going to be quite crazy in my opinion, so let's just build it all of this area for residential buildings, and hopefully it's going to take care of the demand that we have for the next couple of, well, for a long time, I hope. So let's continue with this area in here. I'm completely okay in using this entire area for that. I'm okay also with using this one in here. And I think this should be more than enough for what it needs to be done. We have this building in here that needs to be restored. Okay, someone lost their house. But that's kind of it. I think, honestly, I think that we have enough locations for... and we... You know what, although we do have demand for some more workers through here, I think we can have a couple more commercial buildings, and I think I would like to have on this trip that it's gonna kind of give this area a bit more commercial areas, profitability. I'm also gonna have this corner here to be a commercial one. I think it would make sense. Either way, let's just speed up things and see what happens, and hopefully we're gonna reach the next milestone. Oh yeah, I completely forgot one other thing. We have not placed yet the police station. It doesn't have that much crime, that's true, but I think it's important if we place a police station somewhere. I think I'm gonna place it around here so it has easily enough air, so they can just go out, do their patrol thing, and they can go up. Then yeah, it's good. This way it's good. Not a bad location. And having that in mind, I think we're not making that as much money. Also because I completely forgot to increase taxes. Let's go to 12%. 12% is going to be okay. We're not going to lose money. We're not going to lose demand by adding it to 12%, and we're going to be making more money. Small stuff that I completely forgot to do. Even before that, I know we have loans. I can pay now one loan, which is only 9,000, so I can have 20,000 more if I need later on. Of course, it's gonna take a little bit of time until I can pay back the loan. Either way, guys, let's just wait. We're not far away, 200 people left. We still have a lot of residential area to fill, and I think this is gonna be nicely looking in my opinion. So let's see what happens here. Alright, so Tiny Town, we reached it finally. I think we are okay by probably finishing the episode through here today. Very interesting, to be honest, because now we have access to park areas, industrial areas, landscaping, and that's going to be important because we need to figure out how we want to do this, how we want to build our city, and how we want to make it look prettier. But before even finishing today's episode, I think it's important that we continue to just build or expand through the districts. Okay, there you go. Really nice place. We haven't seen all the things that Tiny Town will bring us. We can also build a football stadium. We can build concerts. I don't think we have the need for that, but we could. Importantly is the walking paths, of course, but we also have the possibility to build all the parks and high schools. We finally have high schools, so something to have in mind. Also libraries, I think. We also have the library unlocked, which we will not be using at the moment. We have to look into school also to see if everything is looking good. So we have three districts: Myrtle, Sycamore, and Valley. Valley will not grow much more than what it is. I think that eventually the valley will be divided maybe in two parts of valleys, and we're gonna start looking into a different kind of development that can happen here on the valley. But other than that, I think that's kind of it for today's episode. We're gonna still continue. Like I said, we have to figure out what we want to do on regarding industries for the next episode, because I think we're gonna start looking into industries, and we could start looking into forestry industry. And for that, we can buy a plot of land, and I'm just not entirely sure if we buy what plot of land we're gonna buy. I know we have train stations somewhere around here, so this is kind of train tracks, not stations, but a train track in here. We're gonna need to unlock it later on, not yet, but later on we can unlock it. And maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to just go through this section, and therefore the first plot of land to buy would be this one. Let's do that. Let's buy this plot of land. And here we can explore a little bit more a couple of things. Among them, of course, is the fact that we can use this fertile land to build a farm. We could use this area in here to build a forestry industry, and maybe this area in here to build a ore industry, probably. Or even this area in here for a farm industry. I'm not entirely sure yet how we're gonna do it, how we're gonna build it. I definitely want to have a couple of industries through this section or through here, but I'm definitely thinking about other things. And one of them would also be updating this road in here to some kind of industrial avenue. I'm not entirely sure. Can we have industrial avenues? Is this medium industrial road? Yeah. We could upgrade this and kind of bring it to this area where we could have two types of industries or forestry. That seems like a good idea, but then again, that's going to be for the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, I hope to see you guys on my next video. Cheers.